Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back. It's great to connect with your energy as always. Thank you all for the lovely comments and connecting with me. Some of you on Patreon, Substack, and other ways you've been connecting. I really do appreciate it, and am very inspired by connecting with you. So if you happen to be new to this channel and community, welcome. It's great to connect with you on the soul path. My name is Michele. I'm a psychic medium, a trance and conscious channel, astrologer, numerologist, and other things that I do, shamanic trained and initiated. And if you want to know more about what I do and how I help people on the soul path, I'm here to help guide, activate, bring tools and gifts and messages from the soul on the Akashic level for soul alignment, soul attunement, and how to navigate the soul path in the 3D world and really kind of travel through and transcribe through the timeline shift. So anyway, it's great to have all of you here, however you found me and however long you've been connecting with me here. So for this reading, we're really going to be looking at what's coming up for you on a level. And I'm actually going to put the cards out now so you can see them. I like to mix it up. I do different things, different types of readings. This reading is really going to be focusing on the shift that is occurring in February as Neptune and Saturn conjunct in Aries. This is a very, very defining moment. It's setting up for some other astrological influences between April and July. This is a big year for transcendent change. And I hope you'll journey with me or allow me to journey with you so that we can all do this together. This huge kind of focus. And so this is going to be soul story number 1, number 2, and number 3. Kind of just tune into what do the guides want you to know most. And we're going to put some crystals on this. I'm getting very specific messages here. And let's see. So we've got Lapis Lazuli. We've got Malachite here. And we have Amazonite. So see if any of those or all of those kind of jump out at you. You can connect in. You can pause the video to get a closer look at the cards. You can connect in with me. I'll be just doing a little bit of an attunement and alignment meditation. And there is a soul attunement and alignment meditation that will be in this video also if you want to connect with further. These are just guide cards to see what you're drawn to. And in essence, all readings are, they're general, but they're also good at any time. Whenever they pop up, they can have a message. Because remember, your higher self, is guiding you to the messages, the video, the reading, the sign, the symbol, the dream, all so that help you navigate the soul path of awakening, expressing and experiencing more of your soul gifts, your soul purpose, your soul mission. So there is something changing on a deeper level, on a soul level, with how you live, how you create, what your focus is. And so let's look at it in this reading. Soul story number 1, number 2, number 3, and let's get into it. Allow yourself to connect in. Allow your body to become more relaxed. The relaxation helps you open to the higher frequency of your higher self, and through the higher self open to the higher vibrational frequency of your soul, connecting you to infinite spirit. Be in a place where you can tune in, and when you're ready, in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, take a deeper breath in, pause at the top of the breath, and consciously breathe all the way out. Take another deep breath in, pause at the top of the breath, and breathe all the way out, bringing conscious awareness within. Take a slow or deep breath in, pause at the top of the breath, connecting body, mind, spirit, consciously breathing all the way out, allowing your out breath to be a little longer than your in breath inside. Now in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, breathe in up through the crown chakra, extending a foot to 2 feet or 3 feet above the crown chakra into that natural pause point, centering there. As you breathe out, consciously drawing the breath down to the center of your body, out through the soles of your feet, connecting into the lower chakras there, connecting in through the Earth Star Chakra. Consciously in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, breathing in through that natural pause point above the crown chakra, breathing out, feeling the light energy, the luminescence of your light body extending and expanding through the breath. Feel your light extending and expanding into the awareness of awareness. Hello, beautiful soul. Let's get into it. Your reading. Well, you are going to feel a pickup in energy. Now, I do get some of you perhaps feeling a little bit drained or exhausted, confused. There's been some energy drain in your life. You've got job. Love what you do and do what you love. Well, obviously, this is going to be about job, career. This month onward, there is something about you aligning to a deeper truth with Lapis Lazuli. You're probably going to be even speaking up, whether to a boss or an assistant or people around you, whether personally or on a business level, like, this is what I need right now. This is what I want to do. Like, you're getting a lot of clarity about something. And I'm going to say that Neptune, Saturn and Aries, that conjunction for you is bringing some kind of, some of you could be a rude awakening. It's something that something's being peeled off, the layer, the level, the veil, where you're really seeing something more clearly and something that you've been sensing for a while. And I do feel with this group, it has to do with either lifestyle, where and how you live, or definitely a job or career. So you are going to be making adjustments to what is more fulfilling, what is more your truth, what is more activating or showing a level of value and appreciation for your gifts. For some of you, it could be that you're moving on from a job or career that you don't feel appreciated. You don't feel like you're not getting the appreciation. There's something that you're not getting back. And so this conjunction is going to be bringing, especially the next 6-8 months for a lot of you, it's going to put you in a new process, a focus. This could be looking for a job, changing how you work, where you work. You're changing something about your job and or career. There's something, whether it's a whole new career or job, you're going to feel it. You're something, in some, well, let's go closer, because some of you, this could even come from seemingly an outside source. Lapis Lazuli is the philosopher's stone, so it has a lot to do with grinding down and getting to one's truth. So you could literally be on a grind, and this grind has showed you, hey, this isn't doing it. This isn't working. Now, some of you, what's going to also happen is it's going to show what is working, what has been working for you in your life, and you're going to do more of that. So I definitely feel with this soul story, the people that are attracted to soul story number 1, which is this one, is that there's a lot more clarity and understanding, and I feel like you're really going to be activating this month, especially if it's something that either you really, really like, you like what's happening, or you don't like what's happening. The extremes for you are going to show you where you need balance. And of course, the opposite sign of Aries, the complementary, or what we call opposing, but oppositions bring awareness. So that, I could have a lot of Libras here in this group, or Libra rising, Sun, Moon, or rising, or even Aries. But there could be some aspect that's showing you, wow, you can't do this anymore. Because what this month does is bring some kind of awareness of what's working or not working. Pluto, yeah, rebirth. Look at that, 27-9. Something is ending because you've grown. This is about you moving more into your power, your empowerment, which, by the way, is also Lapis Lazuli, what your sense of power or empowerment. How do you empower yourself? Oh my God, I said Libra, and look what came out, flew out, Libra, balance. So this can affect where and how you work. This could affect, again, subordinates, assistants, bosses, supervisors. This could affect your relationship where you have to compromise or you have to be clearer or more truthful or real about what you need and want at this part of your life. Now, for some of you, this could bring in creative partnerships or partnerships where you're able to transform your life and grow. So you're moving into a cycle of a lot of growth. This is a lot about transformation because you've been in the transmutation process. So like your energy has been changing. Something's been changing subconsciously. Something has been changing psychically, I will say. So this is all about transforming your life in a way that it's like you're loving more what you're doing. Okay, let's see this. Oh my God, here's the message. So you got balance with Libra, and then you got angel of balance. So this isn't just about balancing your life, it's about bringing in a new balance. You have to rebalance due to the changes that you're either making and initiating this month, or you become clear about this month and you therefore want to make. Okay? Oh, wow. Did I say something about appreciation? I don't know if I said that in this reading, in this soul story number 1, or did I say this in the beginning? But look at the bottom. Yeah, if you've been overdoing or overgiving, or you want to do more and you're like, hey, I'm not seen here, or I'm not going to get appreciated, then you're moving on. Or you're tailing. You're not going to give as much where you're not receiving. You know, some of you are this amazing beacon of light, so you could be wanting to change your job. Again, what's coming up is changes in the career. What do we have? Let go of control. You know what's been happening with these cards? The Chinese 5 elements cards, they look like this, is I will shuffle and I will put one back because I'm not done shuffling, and then I want to do a slide shuffle, and I let the flyers come out. The card that I see ends up coming out. So Pluto, control. Whether this is controlling a situation, a circumstance, or another person, you're being asked to let go of control. You're being asked to, Pluto says, go where the transformative energy is. Because unlike Uranus can be very quick. Pluto is slower moving, but it works deeper, right? So you've got that Plutonian energy that's working on you, and then it seems like, oh, this happened out of the blue. But no, this energy has been working on you. Treat yourself like royalty. Yeah, so this group, you need to go where there's more appreciation. You're recognizing that. Whether it's financially, whether it's a job, a career, or a part of a career that you're doing, you might want to change up your job or do something differently. But you want that appreciation. You're like, okay, I do a good job. I put in the time, the energy. So if wherever it's not coming back for you, that you're getting this appreciation, whether you need it through, and want it through validation, or hey, we appreciate what you're doing, or I appreciate your time, or it could be through money. We'll see. I'm going to do a Celtic. Let's do it with this. I've been feeling my Light Seers deck. Okay, so we're going to do a Celtic. Kind of a modified Celtic, and see what comes up. Okay, we got on the bottom 7 of Swords. A lot of you could be leaving a job or making changes to your career. There's something that you're strategizing about that you can't yet let people know about. 3 of Wands, and it has to do with work, career. This could be clients or customers. But you're making plans to make these changes. Okay, I'm actually going to move these here. And let's put balance under here, right? So light, appreciation under these big changes. Now, these changes are changes you can't control. These are changes that you have to assist. You have to follow through. These changes are coming from your higher self. Okay, these are coming. These changes are part of your life, your growth, your expansion. To some degree, it may be out of your comfort zone. Let me just connect back in. Soul story number 1. Okay. 5 of Wands. That makes sense. So we've got the Page of Cups here. The 5 of Wands entering. And we've got here. So you're really prepared. So at the bottom is the level of abundance. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles. You're pulling back your energy from things that don't work. Situations, circumstances. Especially if you're drawn to this reading for career or job. You're kind of in a self-protection mode. You've kind of been realizing, you know what, I'm not going to get anywhere doing it this way or at this place or in this situation. And so you're having to think, okay, let me think about my reserves. Let me think about my energy. You know, Othilla, she has on her earring here, the rune, Othilla. So again, this has to do with your resources, what you've inherited, what you've learned, what you've studied, what you've internalized on your soul path, right? In your path of life. What have you internalized? Okay, let's see here. And it has something to do with the situation with your spirit or spirituality, nurturing, and being on your path and wanting to get something that's more aligned. So this is what's ending, the moon. That could be fears. This is where you're going, 3 of Pentacles. This is about making your dreams, your goals, your reality. A lot of you are realizing, I've got to do this now. Whatever it is, I've got to make these changes now, or I've got to start strategizing to make these changes. I've got to start putting a plan in place. You're showing up at the 4 Wands. Yes, something is over, Soul Light. Something has ended. This particular cycle is over. It's done. It's kind of a waiting game. That's what's around your environment. So you need to really look this month and see, like, where am I at? What's actually going on in my life? You know, where have I made progress? Where do I really, even if you haven't made progress, but you go, hey, I still want to do this. I really want to do this. Then that's where you need to focus. So you're going to be really getting the message of where to focus and what to do this month. And this, you know, Spirit is saying, put a plan in place. It's time to put a plan in place and follow through. You have the 5 of Wands crossing. So this could be, you're looking and going, wow, there's a lot of competition here, or I feel like I'm struggling. And the shift for you is understanding the earth plane and how things are manifested, or how we build, how we create. Instead of struggle and strife, 5 of Wands, that it's persistence, it's perseverance, and then you have a breakthrough, right? So you're ready subconsciously for a breakthrough. There is a breakthrough coming, but it's going to come through your work and what you might think is hard work, little struggle. Some of you might think it's strife. But as you're working on yourself and as you keep working, here's what is around you, is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is some new level of renewal, something that you're renewing. This is abundance coming in. But it's going to come in by you strategizing. Not by, so this is also, I want to say, like, work smarter. Assess with that 7 of Pentacles, assess where you're at, what you have the energy, the time, the energy, the attention, the money for, and then follow through, because look at what's coming. So your work, your hard work, your focus, your persistent effort is going to pay off, is going to come through. Some of you, this could be a new job that actually brings in more, you know, money, a higher level income, or more consistent income. There's a boost to the income is what I'm getting, especially if you're working with clients or customers, or you're entrepreneurial. 9 of Pentacles is the entrepreneurial card, so there is increase. For some of you, this is for someone that can support you. You're at a new level. You want some more, you want more abundance. This is the place of the subconscious. This is what's consciously, you know, like, I got to reassess, I got to pull back. Some of you have been budgeting a lot, and because you've been budgeting, you're actually saving. You actually have more money, so you don't want to deplete. The message for you is not to deplete your reserves, but not to scrimp and save. Pull back, evaluate, reevaluate, and look at what's on the bottom is the 10 of Pentacles. So you have a chance really to create something that is much more, and I'm going to say you've got this Ace of Cups here, something that's much more fulfilling for you in the job or career space. And then you have strength. But what it is going to require is consistency, is follow through, is recognizing you're at a new level. But sometimes we don't change automatically, or our circumstances don't change just because we've grown or evolved or we've healed enough that, or we have a different idea, a different perception now, we have a different goal, we have a different dream, or we have a different plan that we want to put in place. It takes a while for the outer aspect of our world to kind of reorganize by where we're at now. So a lot of these changes for you, Soul Light, are coming from the subconscious. And in fact, in the realm of the subconscious, what's coming up is the Three of Cups. Some level of support, abundance, and you have the spiral here, which the spiral represents the soul. So body, mind, spirit, three souls. This is cooperation. This is working well together. You've got the Three of Pentacles. So this is also the ancestral center. This chakra in back here, and it's etheric. But we see it here. So all chakras are to some degree etheric, but they correspond to our etheric anatomy and our physical anatomy, right? So like the throat chakra corresponds to the throat, the ears. It has to do with listening to your higher self, which is a big part with Lapis. Listening to your higher self, learning, and speaking your truth and telling yourself your truth, letting the truth become aware, letting the truth bubbles come up. Like, where am I at? What do I really want? What do I need to do? What do I need to work on? But you're being asked to work on it in a way that feels lighter now, feels more abundant. Like if you know you have a lot to do, again, instead of focusing on this is struggle, this is hard, go, okay, it takes persistent effort or consistent effort to create something, to build something, or to monetize something, or to look for a job. I think you're going to get replenished, especially those of you that are looking for a job or work or some kind of position, or you're angling to be promoted. You're going to find the right angle is what I'm getting. You're going to find the right strategy is what I'm hearing. But this is a time for you leveling and updating your whole life and opening up to more abundance. And that could be support, that could be friends, that could be family, that could be whatever the support means to you, and abundance. That's what you're organizing right now subconsciously and through the space of your higher self, the soul connection. So there's seeds in your subconscious that are coming to light, like you need to do more. I'm sure you're getting a lot of messages on the, astral plane or dreamscape. So new level, something is ending. You have a new beginning that's coming in for you. That you're creating on your own. This is through your work, your focus, your healing, whatever it is that you're doing. This is coming through for you, by your higher self. The thing with this group, I think you also need to pace yourself a bit. I'm going to say so that you don't burn out. Two more messages. Yeah, loyalty and courage. You've got strength. This is the card of courage, the Leo. So you have to know, like you're asking, who's loyal, who appreciates me, who has my back. I have your back. I'm taking, that's what you're seeking. I feel like even in a job or any kind of collaborative or creative partnership or entrepreneurial endeavor, you're looking for a stable foundation. That's also that Four of Pentacles. But what's going to help you is to continue persevering and following through and start bridging and building into those new ideas or what you've already started. You're in the middle of a process, so continue. So you're filled with courage and ready to face any challenge. Confidence and determination are your guiding force. So your soul knows, look, it's going to take, for these changes, Pluto energy to happen, I need support, I need help, I need assistance. That's part of my resources. And so that is going to happen for you. And you're going to get a wonderful revealing of that this month. Especially next 3 to 6 months. This is plans to change the job, to change the way you work, to bring in more income, more resources, whether through yourself or others. Make what you're doing work more for you so you can have more abundance and lighten up. Right? So you're doing more of what you love. That's the big message. That's what's coming up for you. You're going to be making changes so you can do more of what you love. Okay, let's look at the astro dice. We've got Aquarius there. Wow, Neptune. And I'm doing this reading for that Neptune-Saturn conjunction in the 9th house. So Neptune in Aquarius, it's detaching from what's not working on some level, and perhaps looking into different groups, organizations, companies, communities, going more online, especially with the 9th house. Some of you may be looking at publishing or putting something out there, but you're developing a philosophy where you're able to gather, with others. This is about gathering with others, open to support. You've got the angel of balance here. You have Libra about balance. So there's also, the message I'm also getting with this group is if some people are helping you or there's some assistance, and this could be in close family members, significant other, partnerships, let them do it their way. Right now is not the time for you to micromanage. You want to open up to those that can help you and be supportive. And they may not do what you need them to do in exactly the way. If you have children and they want to help you wash dishes or clear the table or do something fun, paint the house or something, give them a little patch, let them do it. This is saying, let others join in your endeavors, Soul Light. All right, I will be doing the second half of this. I think you've got a lot of information, but if you'd like more information, you can connect with me on Patreon. I do extendeds there. I will pick up the reading and see in different sectors or areas of your life. All right, so your soul insights mantra is, I am divinely guided by my soul path and soul purpose by what I need and want to do to thrive and live more abundantly. So your soul path is guiding you. Your soul path is not outside you. It's your soul. In your navigating principle, your higher self. So you are being guided on your soul path. I think this group, you want more abundant, you want more what is loving, what is fulfilling. This is the potential, the opportunity for more fulfillment in your life. And you're going to have the realization and the understanding of that and realize that you do have the ability to do that. All right, Soul Light, beautiful light. Thank you for being here as always. And if you're new, thanks for checking it out. If you feel a resonance, I'd love if you would hype, subscribe, share the video with those you feel could benefit. And I hope to see you in another reading. Keep shining bright and share your soul light. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your reading. This is soul story number 2. Okay, so connecting into your energies for February and beyond, depending when you're seeing this video, but I'm shooting it for February. Tuning in for the Neptune Saturn conjunction in Aries. I just heard slaying it and clearing that dragon, something you've been working on. For you, I'm getting not just ceremony, but celebration. It says, honor how far you've come. This group, you're in a metaphysical process of reorganization on a soul level. Something's altering, changing, not only on your path, but within you. So this could be going back to something you used to do and maybe doing it in a different way, or going back to something that you love doing. Now you have the time, but your routine, your schedule somehow is also going to be changing. But you're also going to be celebrated about something you do, something you've achieved. Some of you, this could be, online. This could be with other people. They see something or acknowledge something about you or within you. You're meant to do that. Honor just how far you've come. So I feel ceremony. There could be birthday ceremonies. There could be things like that happening, or anniversary, or even, who knows, Valentine's Day. There could be some things with friends or family members, but the big overall arch I feel with this conjunction for you is you're seeing a milestone of achievement, or something you accomplished, or you healed, or you worked on, or you completed, or got rid of something. Some of you, this is even paying off debt. This is, wow, paid off this debt, or I bought this, or now I know I have the money for what I want to do, what I want to buy or purchase, or we have the money. So you're being asked to assess. Now, you've got as the crystal ally Malachite. I'm getting so much energy with these readings. I think it's also the Pluto-Mars conjuncting energy. Long-standing cycle. I guess I'm bringing into the reading with Malachite here with change, heartfelt change, coming to the, coming from the heart, connecting to heart, moving past heartache, heartbreak, heart betrayals, transformative energy. This could also be deep change or far-reaching changes in your life, or you could be in a process of change that brings growth, that brings increase, that brings some new level of growth in your life. So I do feel with this group that you're going to be seeing some level of foundation. Something's grown, something's much more stable, or you're in a position now to help something grow or to nurture it, or you know the steps now, you know what you need to do, you have the time, the energy, the money. If not, you will. This conjunction brings that for you. It's like you're really anchoring something in with that Neptune in Aries and Saturn in Aries. That conjunction for you says, look, this is what to do, this is the foundation, this is what to work on, this is what to create, this is where to put your time, your energy, your focus on some level. The message I'm also getting, though, is that you are going to see, this is tangible results. You're going to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to see how something has paid off, that something has truly grown. And I feel like that's the celebration. You may even want to do a ceremony of, a ritual of, celebration or acknowledgement. And some of you, there could be, see the future, telling you there's something you're going to know what you need to do for your future. You're really being guided. This could bring a North Node influence. This year, the nodal axis changes. North Node will go into Aquarius. Could be that. And then the next card you've got, put things in motion. And nurture. So you're getting the message, nurture what you've started, nurture your plans, your whatever you're planning, nurture your body, nurture. For you, so like this is a lot about tangible results, 3D results, some kind of 3D focus that you're nurturing. Now, this could be you've been taking better care of your body, you've been eating better, and now you see how far you've come. You've achieved the goal, the health goal, the wellness goal, the goal of your body, the goal of your weight, whatever. You've had a regime or routine. I definitely feel with this group you've had some kind of regime, routine, something that you've been doing that is creating the change. This isn't external changes. This is inner changes creating external change, whether within the body, the mind, and changing your circumstances. You're putting in the effort. Now what's interesting, because we have Neptune and Saturn in Aries, Mars ruling Aries, so you're taking steps towards your future. You're taking steps on your goals. You're in the motion of nurturing what you've started and moving on from what you've completed, putting the time, the energy, and focus on what's now, what's in the present, and where you're going, your future. So this is future plans lining up. This is, you're doing whatever you need to for your future. Birds of a feather. Okay, I see what's happening here, Soulite. I love this for you. Okay, and then we've got Wish Upon a Star. I'm going to take one more because the Earth Magic. This group, I feel, is shaping your reality. You are making, creating, manifesting, drawing in something tangible, whether it has to do with your body, where and how you live, the food you're eating, your health. You're doing a changeover. And part of it is drawing in more people that are more aligned to you, more like-minded, and nurturing. You're also going to be nurturing existing relationships, is what I'm hearing. So those relationships that have actually been supportive of you, that have been helpful, or, that you feel a connection to, that's your future dream. That's what you're wishing on. So whatever it is that you've been wishing, hoping, you're going to see this month some kind of tangible result. And Spirit is saying you need to then pause, contemplate how far you've come, and celebrate yourself, acknowledge it. You've got to put a pause right there. You got to pause and go, wow, I did this. Some of you, I say we did this because you could be working with someone that could be part of what I'm getting. But there's something about you have to bring it to a conclusion. And the way to conclude is to acknowledge what you've done, how far you've come, what you know now. Okay, before you can do, here we go, the energy, the foresight and careful planning. So you have to first realize what you've done, what the process has been with that 8 energy, what you've worked on, what you've accomplished, and now to some degree, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What are next steps for you? Okay, you can't know that until you pause. I'm definitely getting with this group that part of the energy for you is to realize what needs your attention, whether within your own body, your mind, your inner psyche, your life, your emotions. What needs attention right now? Is there a certain project? Is there a certain relationship that you need to put attention to that you want in your future? Spirit is saying, nurture what you want to thrive, to be around. What do you want to optimize in your life? Look within. What do you need to ground? Where do you need centering? That's where you're to put your time, your energy, and your focus at this time. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, I kind of agree with that. So light, let's see. Let's get some of the energy that you're connecting with at this time. Yeah, it's a very potent time for you, Soul Light. I really feel with this group, there's something about the potency of what you're doing, what you're creating and manifesting within yourself. Definitely has something to do, wow, look at that. Okay, that makes sense. That flew out. Meditation for clarity. Now, that's the pause I was talking about. What is the reflection? The like-minded individuals, that has something, birds of a feather. You need to look, are the people around you supporting what the new structures in your life and where you're going, the new vision, the new dream, the plan, the goals? Oh, I got to take this too because this popped out and I keep saying it. Ground and center, Soul Light. You need to ground and center. This could be doing energy work. This could be just, the message for you is whatever you want to do, somehow the physicality, maybe the material plane plays into what you want to do, what you need to focus on. This is not a time to just have head up in the clouds or just be spiritually focused, obviously, but not that you're not earthed. You're not with earth magic, right? This is a time to be head in the clouds but feet on the ground, right? There's that saying. For what it is you want to accomplish, what it is you want to do, you also have to be focused, I keep hearing, on your body, or maybe it's your schedule or your routine, or what are you eating? In other words, if you're doing a lot or creating a lot, or what are you doing? How's your body doing? How are the foods doing? The foods, what are you ingesting? Now, for some of you, this could be, is what you're ingesting getting you where you want to go? What is it that you're watching online? Streaming, TV, listening to. Is it supporting where you want to go and what you want to do? If not, then you have to reevaluate. So part of the message for you, I feel like it's meditating, even with ground and center. It has a lot to do with meditation and going within and contemplating, but it also has a lot to do with what are your action in the world. What are you eating? What are you ingesting? What are you looking at? What are you reading? What are you streaming? What are you taking in? What foods are you eating? Are you nurturing? Are the people around you nurturing of your goals? Are they good for you? Are they are the relationships life enhancing? So only you can know this. Now this is interesting because Malachite also has to do with the heart chakra. And this being here in this picture is connecting to the heart chakra, wish upon a star. And that's the center a card with Mars. So this month is about doing more for yourself on some level. Could bring some level of independence into your role or your part in your life. Okay, I'm going to do an adaptive Celtic cross. I'm kind of going old school with the flyers. Okay, here we go. The first card, Nine of Wands reversed. Okay, coming in is the abundance. Three of Cups. Look at as above, as below. Let's look at the below. We've got Three of Pentacles. Wow, kind of some similarities a little bit, but different to, I don't know why I keep getting with this group, something with what do you ingest, food, nurturing, what are you taking in? Okay, this one wants to come out. The sun above. Whatever you're working on, you're getting a sense of accomplishment. You're getting a sense of tapping into abundance or tapping into something more, maybe even spiritually. Or with Birds of a Feather, you could be, in Three of Cups, you could be realizing that you have some level of support in your life. Or this could open you up to more fun. You just connecting. You're definitely not meant to push right now with that Nine of Wands. So you're going to have to manage your energy here where you're not overdoing and over pushing or being defensive, because I do feel like there's a shift in relationship or people around you. Let's see what came through. That's wanted to come through. So what's behind? Where are you going? The next, and then Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're finding a new rhythm, Soul Light. This is about a new rhythm. A new flow that's based more on abundance, vitality, energy. I would say with this soul story, if you've been healing anything with the body or mind or, despondency, depression, maybe it's you're finding the right supplement. Maybe you went to the right doctor or practitioner, or you're taking something or doing something that's enhancing. We've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, new ideas, something that you're either doing now or bringing into your life, or that's going to come in your life probably with the next 2 to 3 weeks, is very life enhancing. It's the right idea, it's the right direction, it's the right supplement, it's the right prescription for life or for whatever you're going through. It's the right support. Now, this support could come from friends or family where they make a suggestion to you. Or I'm doing this and this helps me, or why don't you want to try this too, So that's what's around you. The idea that you need, the right idea, the solution to whatever you're working on is right around the corner. Okay? Right around the corner, Soul Light. Let's see what we got here. It's right, you're finding it. Maybe at this reading you've already found it and you're feeling better. Yeah, so your process, what are you working on? It's for your future benefit. Whether mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, material, whatever level is that you're working on, all of that, or all of the above, or a project, joining with others, it's you have to see how much you've already accomplished. That's a big part for you. And you also have to pause, see your accomplishments, but also I feel like there's going to be a pause where you've got the solution to whatever that problem is, that issue. Whatever you've been working on, whatever, I just heard the source for the solution comes, the source for the solution. And you've got 2 aces. You've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So this reading is very much about looking what you've planted and what has taken root. What is seeding in your life? Support that. What is taking root? Support that. If there's stuff in your life that's a distraction, which is like weeds in your garden, pull up those weeds. Wow, just as I said that, look at the card moved. Honor how far you've come. So not only is this about some level of validation for you, a realization, I feel like there's other people that are going to know this. So if you've been working with someone, they probably will say, wow, look how much you've done. Look how much you've changed, or look how much you're healthier now, or you look good, or wow, you did that, or I saw you wrote this or did this. Or again, for those of you even that are more public or are posting or doing stuff through social media or social networking or groups, you could see more appreciation or more recognition from that. That's something that's tangible. Now, I want to also just say you're in a beginning phase, and I'm going to take this on the bottom is the Magician. And with the Queen of Wands there, this is the part, this is in about a week to 2 weeks, this part. The end of the Celtic Cross is about 6 to 8 weeks, a month at the earliest. So anyway, let's say 4 to 6 weeks. And this is 2 to 3 weeks, or 1 to 2 weeks, and this is 2 to 3 weeks. And this is in the environment. So this is what's happening now, but what's going to continue to cook, to kind of work on you. So some of you, this is just planning for the future and using your gifts, using your insight, your intuition, your psychic ability, your know-how, your creativity to get out of something. And you're going to be feeling better about it with that 10 of Cups. Something used to give you a lot of joy. You have to make some changes or adapt to in a way that the joy comes back. I don't really feel this is anything about competition or anything, or that it's not so much things are not bringing the joy anymore because you have the Sun. It's just that certain things you've outgrown or certain things you've already accomplished. So with this group, what's happening is there's definitely going to be new things you're learning, right? You might be doing quite a bit of research and then following up or following through, kind of following the Pied Piper of your heart, right? Following your heart. Like, I could keep doing this, but I already did it. Or I already learned from this, or it's time for me to go on. But this is a very self-directed energy at this time. This soul story is a lot about some kind of level of motivation, self-direction, being more self-directed than even other-directed, which means you may not be necessarily focusing a lot on what others' needs and wants are, except if you're working collaboratively, or if you have a family with that 3 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. You may be joining in with others, but you have your own plans for your future. And so you're also taking kind of a really strong view as what is supporting my plans, my goals for my future or right now. This almost reminds me what is January, what is it, dry January or something. You might have a certain goal, a fitness goal, a workout goal, a body goal, mind. And then someone's like, oh, we're going to go and we're going to be partying, or, we're going to cocktail hour or whatever. Is it called cocktail hour? Yeah. And you might be going, you might go and just, have a tonic or something, or what do you call it? Botanicals, mocktails or something. Or they may say, yeah, we're going to this. It starts at 11 at night. And you might be going, oh, can't do it right now. So there's something about what you're doing. Does it fit in with other people? Does what other people want you to do fit in with your goals? And I feel like you could be coming out of a time where you were maybe more very focused on boundaries, like in the beginning stages of something, like, okay, I can't do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to eat this, I'm going to focus here, I got to really focus. I almost feel like with some of you could have been in school, maybe you had to take exams, or do a research paper, or did you get an advanced degree, or have you been studying or training in something? Have you been meditating more in your spiritual practice, more focused on your soul path? There's something that you've done that has created a certain level of a result for you. But now Spirit is saying, okay, you can let it go. You whatever you trained yourself in or retrained yourself in, you don't have to have a strict boundary. It is you. Whatever it is that you learned it. You got the lesson. You got the message. You know, it's like when something is difficult in the beginning, but it's not difficult now. You learned it, you got it, you absorbed it, you integrated it. So you're at a different place. Spirit wants you to know that you're at a different place, and you will see that some of you at some level of heart opening where you're loving life more, you're loving yourself more, you're living and loving more open, you're more open somehow to life, to what life has to offer. And you're working within a certain level of constraints, but then I've got the man holding the coin. And whatever you're doing, again, it's coming back. Now, this is an I Ching coin, so it's holding your destiny. It's not just about money. It can be finance. That's what old time. You might want to look at A Guide to the I Ching by Carol K. Anthony. Kind of track your cycles through the Tao, right? The way, I Ching means the easy. The Tao means the way. So there's something about your abundance coming in through you following your own cycles, your own path, your own rhythm. You know, the people that are inspiring you, being around more people that do more of what you want to do, or supportive of that, right? And then you've got rest and rejuvenation with meditation. So I would say for this group, meditation could be very important for you, the ability to go within, to rest, rejuvenate, filling back up, nurturing. Cirrus here. It's not just about food, but are you nurturing yourself? Okay, I had one other that I wanted to do. Okay, any other message? Nurturing. Yeah, Spirit is saying, yeah, you've held enough in, or this. It's time to kind of open up more. Go with the flow. Go with what you're thinking or feeling. Go what you're feeling, or the emotional, the energy in motion, the passion. Again, whatever it is that you learned, I almost feel like you did something. You changed your schedule, routine, or you got stricter about something. Maybe what you ate or what you're watching, you know, on TV or streaming or on the social media, where you're like, something you curbed. Maybe you started meditating more or doing more for your inner being. And so that's worked. So like, that's worked. Whatever you did, you've got to now acknowledge it, celebrate it. Honor what you did. Honor the positive changes. Because whatever you did, it's allowing you to have this ground and center the changes. It's allowing you to have a nice centering and grounding for now what you're going to do, for that focus. So I get with this group, there could be a bit of a lot is about maybe some beginning stage of something. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Yeah, it's not about steel arming. It's not about cutting off for you. In fact, I feel like you're in this phase of kind of opening to people and experiences. You know, maybe going out more friends around. Friends, it's a lot about emotional fulfillment. Your soul has reached this kind of new level of emotional fulfillment, which this is you right now, Knight of Wands. So that's really following your own rhythm of, oh, I can go out now, or I could do this, or I could meet up, or I could go, you might feel that more active, by the way, with Knight of Wands here. I believe Sagittarius energy, and then Mars here. Could be Mars in Sagittarius could, you know, be part of your sky, but also that there's a lot with you with Aries, fire, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Somehow you're being activated. I kind of feel with this group there's a soul activation. Okay, this came on the ground. Okay, let's see what we've got. So let me see. I feel like this group, the message, don't overthink it. Don't over talk about it. Just do. Go within and then just do. Focus on what you want to do and just do it. The passion, the purpose. Okay, we've got manifesting. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make them happen. Well, you have the magician. So I think this group, you've been doing that. Whether you're writing it down or voice note or thinking about it, if you keep thinking about something, I feel like you're like going, okay, let me do it. So this group is a lot about inspiration to inspired action to make something happen, whatever your goal is or focus, your plan. And what I'm getting with this soul light is that you're going to see results. You're going to get tangible results. You're going to see the results this month. You're going to see the results, the fruits of your labor, the results. There's tangible results this month. And these tangible results are from some ideas that you're acting upon, or maybe somebody's sharing some ideas or direction or guidance with you, or these ideas could be coming from infinite creative intelligence, God, consciousness, the all that is, whatever, the universe. And you're opening up. So what's being shown to you is the ability to transform your life, the ability to manifest, the ability to create the changes that you want. So now you have to stop and realize that you can do it. Pause and acknowledge it. Then it gains traction. It gains strength. You get into alignment with your deeper purpose. And that gives you more meaning, in your life. Let's see, one more card, and then I'm going to go to Patreon with the rest of this if you want to dive deeper. There's a lot of Soul Path goodies on Patreon if you want to join me there. As well as, oh, that's my client, perfect timing. As well on Substack, Notes from the Soul. You can connect. Ways to connect with me are in the description box, as well as the timestamps. Wow, passion. So romance could be part of it. You're romantic with that Malachite, Queen of Wands, and the heart energy here. It's a heart opening. You're opening up more to life. Sorry about that with the phone. You're opening up more to life. The romance of life. But this can bring romance. This can bring dating in, or you have a realization that's what you want to do. I would say if that's what you want to do, if that's part of your plan, is just be you and get out there. Chit chat, talk, be open to life, be in the romance of your own life, right? Be heart open, heart centered. Don't overthink things, because that's what's going to draw the most benefit, fulfillment for you, the most love. This is a lot about love. All right, beautiful soul light. I'm so great to connect with you. Your Soul Insights mantra to support you on this part of your path is, as I open my heart and connect in more deeply, I connect in to my soul signature frequency and live out my soul purpose, my soul plan, and draw in soul fulfilling relationships to me. All right, beautiful soul light, keep shining bright. Hello, Radiant Soul. This is soul story number 3. Okay. Woo, you are embodying some kind of very different energy, okay? I feel this group is different, very much. There's in the I Ching that's called, it's a hexagram 14, possession in great measure. There's something you're connecting in without, or within rather, that's starting to really shine without outwardly. There's changes, outward appearance. That's also not just you, that's your life. So there's some, we'll know more when I get into the reading, but this month or whenever you're seeing this video reading, it says, shine like the star that you are. There's a lot of growth. You're really connecting into a lot of potential and possibility, but I want to say for you, this potential and possibility, it's an opening, but it's real. I feel it might have originated in your head, in your mind. It might from a dream, a goal, a vision. But I do feel this month you're seeing, wow, I could really do this. This could really happen. I could make this happen, or I could be in a position where someone sees me to help me make that happen. And it says shine like the star that you are. Now, for some of you, this may or may not be that you want to do something where you're more in front of the camera or front of the group or the crowd, or in a more leadership position, or sharing more. I do feel for a lot of you, though, it is about that. And I feel that you've been doing it kind of like in a quiet, calm way and getting clearer. Your messaging is what I'm getting, is getting clearer, or you're understanding something about your soul gifts, your soul path, your mission, how you want to express your purpose, your life purpose, whether you want to call it life purpose or mission, or what you really want to do. And some of you really want to guide or help or lead others. And I hate to say that word influencer, because I really think that's such a, lower octave word, to strive for that, to influence. I think that we influence by what we know, but maybe it's more of an expert. Maybe you do consider yourself an influencer. I don't want to get judgy about that, whatever that is. But it does say taking a prominent role or position. Now, some of you, this could also very much be within an existing group or company. I don't know. Some of you could have been hiding your light, so to speak, or like, I'm not uncertain. There could have been confidence issues, but some of you, I feel like you just didn't have the chance, or you weren't clear. Is this worth it to speak up or say something or put yourself out there? We'll know more as we get more into the reading and then get to the layout as well, the tarot layout. But I definitely, and with Amazonite, it's luck. Amazonite has a lot to do with luck, with love, connecting with love, feeling, and of course, it could be loving what you do, loving yourself, loving your purpose, loving life, loving people so much you want to help, or whatever the existing circumstance is that you want to use your group, your energy rather, and your gifts to help a particular group. But I do feel you're getting out of the shadows somehow, and it's part of your path with this nautilus here. You could have ancient wisdom also, or some kind of wisdom, life experience that makes you more of an expert. Your opinion is taken into account, or you want it to be, and now is the time for it. But I also feel like this could be a turnaround this month for you, where you're more seen less as surface or surface reality. You're seen more for who you are and what you're about. You're more understood. So you could have been coming from a place where you felt like, okay, where do I fit in? I don't really fit in anywhere. So Amazonite, though, with luck, is making your own luck. It's not, and which is luck, abundance, miracles. It's all about aligning. It's all about alignment. It's also about attuning to the frequency. This card came out again. Now, I think it did come out in Soul Story number 1. And I do feel, April, when Uranus goes into Gemini, we have sweeping change. Now, last year, when I was channeling messages about the energetic frequency shift, that we'd be in a whole new pattern, 3i Atlas came through in July, and that was the first time Uranus had gone into Gemini. So it this kind of mercurial, very sparky energy, very igniting energy, very doing more than one thing, really opening up, moving less on limitation. So I'm just going to put that out there, that April could be important. And when I see this happen, it may not be just for us individually, or you in Soul Story number 1, or Soul Story number 3, which is you, or even me, the collective. And this kind of new growth, and something is ending. So what's interesting is, obviously, the astrological new year is at the time of Aries, and we have in February that Saturn-Neptune conjunction, right, in Aries. So we're in a whole new cycle, at least a 36-year cycle. And there's a lot of change between the next 8 to 10 years, starting this year. So I know we've had a lot of change, but this is change also in life direction. And somehow I do feel that is going to also be affecting you to some degree, soul light. So reaching more people, shining your light, becoming more public in some way, or public with your private self more, the part that you've perhaps hidden, that you weren't sure of. You're loving that part of you, and you're also going to be seeing, wow, it's my type. I always thought I was a little odd or quirky, but it's my time to shine. People with my thoughts or my ideas, I'm bringing it more to the forefront. I'm bringing it out more. So that is okay. Again, this air, make a move. Yeah, move upward, move forward, move outward. Do those moves this month. you start to make those moves. You follow through, you follow up, you initiate. Now that's going to be for everyone. With this Neptune and Saturn in Aries, it's all about initiating. It's a new energy. We've had some astrologers on my podcast. Daniel Fiverson is one of them, who wrote a book, I believe, on Eris, but that the counterpart, right? That Mars energy, that initiating energy. It's kind of like the Emperor, but it's a different. I think it's like the Emperor and the Empress mixed together and had a child. That's the energy we're coming into. But it is not an energy of being, it's tuning in, meditating, it's having process, but it's initiating, it's making it happen, it's desire. There's an urgency on a soul level. So that you're going to be feeling that urgency, and it's probably, my sense is to share something about yourself, in your life. It's to share something about what you're doing. Maybe to share something about, I just heard where you're living, where you're moving. So you're making moves and changes, soul light. Okay, let's connect in a little bit to the, I'm going to do this first. Get more messages here. It's interesting. I feel a very determined energy with this group, and I don't know if it's because really I'm seeing this and this Nautilus, this fractal energy through the Nautilus, and it's like you're coming out of something so light and going into something, but with a lot of determinism, self-determinism, a lot of focus. But I also feel like there's a sense of joy. So definitely something's lightening up for you in your life. No doubt about it. If something's been heavy or drudgery, or again, you felt somehow you were held back, I feel like you're setting yourself up through the higher self. I love this for you. Yeah. This is where you're at. Progressions. Progressing on your path. Now, progressions, astrologically put us in a different focus. When you do a progress chart, it's your chart, but it's progressed. So, some planetary placements, not all, but key planetary placements change, and it enacts different transits. So I think you're going to be using this energy really profoundly and consciously. Let's say focused intent with you. You're going to be using it in a very deliberate, conscious way. I feel like you're moving into deliberate creation, or what we call metaphysically conscious creation. You're getting much more conscious of what it is you actually want to do. And I'm going to take this too. Solar flares to activate. And I love this for you. Exploration, 9th house. So there's something for you about broadcasting your message, broadcasting what it is you're doing. You're activating, you're getting activated on a soul level. You're ready to go, soul light. This group, you're ready to rock and roll. You're ready to go. Yeah, you're no doubt. And look, you're being guided. You've got these two spheres or wheels, right? This guidance, compass. These compasses, the time is right. This is about timing. So this month is going to be very important that you initiate an act when you get that idea, when you get that urge, when mind you, you're meditating, you're doing your journey, you're doing whatever you do. But it's also not a time to put things off, okay? Because there's an opening. You don't want to miss that opening. There's an opening that it's a confluence between you, your higher self, the soul aspect of you, and what's needed in the universe at this time, in the world, on the earth plane. There's some confluence. Some of you, you're going to be seen. It's something about your work. I bet you get something to do with contracts as we get further in the reading. I bet there's something to do with work or contracts or doing something. Someone may ask you to join with them and do something. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, you're going to have to learn how to manage this energy. Maybe some of you have already been in this energetic field. It's a very active. I don't know where your placements are, obviously, but, do you have something in Aries? Is this Neptune-Saturn conjunction, which will be on the February 20th? It's activating something very much for you. Wow, look at that, journey. And you got journey twice. Okay, let's see this. You got progressions, journey. Do you see that, soul light? And look at all that green. That's healing, that's growth. It's like whatever you touch. I really get something with luck. Whatever you touch now turns out, you got the Midas touch. It gets lucky. Right place, right time. You're going in the right direction. See, a lot of people are going in a different direction. You're being led. So if you feel like, oh, I'm a little off, or people don't get me, or I keep getting passed over, ultimately you're going to be right place, right time. I think you're around a lot of people that have, or a chunk of people, maybe in the work that you do, or the arena, or the sector where you work, right, the area. You might be a little ahead, see something different, or hear something different, right? And Spirit is saying you need to follow through on that. You need to just kind of be you, because I feel like it's either you're a big fish in a little pond and you're going to go to a bigger pond, but it's going to be great because you'll be supported, but you're going to have to grow. There's more to do, more people, more opportunities. For some of you, it's just that you're a little bit more visionary, forward thinking. You're more progressed. You got progression. Look at fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, healing on that level. So again, Amazonite also has to do with the heart chakra, heart opening. So this is a situation, this group here, where you could have gone through a lot of difficulty or challenges in your life, or uncertainty, or feeling held back, or you know what you wanted to do, but the wrong place, not the right place to be in, it's not well received, or you're not making traction at something. And you may be moving on from some kind of situation or job or a focus, a career, I don't know about relationship yet, but you let me know in the comments. But I do feel you are moving on towards your path of destiny. There's something that you're feeling, this inner light. You feel this guidance. And some of you are kind of saying, well, I'm not sure about, I'm sure about where I'm being guided. I'm sure about what I want to do or say or share. And that's it. You're so in that. And I really feel like this is the artist, that I just got to do my art. I just got to paint this. I got to create this. I got to speak up. Those of you that work with companies or within particular groups, I do see you kind of on the sidelines, really taking stuff in and observing, and then at the right time, saying something, speaking up, kind of with love. And I hear a quiet voice. I don't hear loud or screaming, which tells me there's this kind of quiet calm with you. And because you're being led, you're being spirit led, and your soul fuel, your fuel's coming from your soul. There's something that you're sensing. There's something that you really just want to do or have to do. Wow, this is it, so light. I love this. Look at this. Breaking through the barrier. This is the energy to connect with. So if you feel you've been persevering and persisting and over, and you've only moved 2 inches, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta go a foot, a meter. I moved a centimeter. What's going on here? I need to be 5 kilometers up there. What's going on? We're at 1. You're about to get that breakthrough. That is going to happen. So February brings that breakthrough. And we'll see where and how. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. And then the next one, the energy of water ox, softness and gentleness. So for you right now, aggression, pushing, you can be assertive, but I really feel with this group, you're going to be seen and heard by not over striving and pushing it. This is not about aggression and making it happen. This is about following that inner light, following the light, being guided. Archangel Raphael healing. Also, Raphael has a lot to do with music, by the way, and art. So you could be healing in the way that you communicate, or your voice, or your messaging, or you're getting more aligned to your soul, the uniqueness of you. So this can bring changes in a lot of different ways. You may change up something so completely in your life. A plan, a project, a goal, there could be changes there. You could change up, I'm just saying diet, nutrition. You could just say, you know what? it just doesn't serve me, or I don't want to do that anymore, or I don't want to eat this way, or I don't want to go here anymore or do this. I'm going to spend my time here. So there are quite a few decisions coming in this month for you as well. Okay, let's get the Celtic, and then we'll go to some other oracle cards. Yeah, I just feel very paced with you. I feel like the changes and the breakthrough that's coming for you, it's long overdue, so light. Or it feels like that, but some of it's been time for you, but I got to be honest, this is coming from your inner navigation system, the compass, not even your inner GPS, because you haven't always known, more consciously, you haven't known the destination. This is you getting more into your dharma, your soul's purpose, your soul's path, what you've actually come here to do. Not that you haven't been doing what you meant to do, but there's a redefining and a refinement in it. And this is really, everything is led up for you for the next 8 to 10 years. Okay, this is key. This turning point that's coming in for you, the wheel turning, has been meant to happen. Okay. So we got in the situation, the sun. So we've got Leo energy. Again, you, self-expression, movement, vocalizing. 5th chakra there, sun energy, right? That's the situation. Then what's coming in, King of Cups. See this healing energy. Whatever you're doing it from a place of quiet, calm, healing, a self-determination. The King of Cups very in touch with the emotional and spiritual aspects of their being, but also very out there in the world, right? And very perceptive through philosophy, psychology, intuition, and a psychic ability. So that could play into something that you're doing. That could be a very strong part of what you're doing on your path. Now, the bottom, the foundation, look at that, the tower, Mars. I knew there'd be some Mars energy, that Aries. So because you're changing your focus, you're changing something in the direction. I just heard mode of living or transportation. There's a different focus in your life that's coming in. Now, we've got here, oh my God, I don't believe this. Look at that. I knew Emperor was coming in, that Mars Aries. 3 of Swords at the top. You've been going with this for quite a long time. This is a challenge. Now, this could also mean there's deeper healing energy, soothing energy coming in. I feel it could be from a person, a close friend, or a therapist, or a spiritual teacher, or guide, somebody that's mentoring you or guiding. But it could also be so light on the spirit realm. This energy is kind of cooling in and just saying, I almost feel like with this group, you just kind of gave up. You're starting to surrender, and that's where your power is coming in. And look at the back, and look at that. Wow. This is where you're going so light. The Emperor. You need to relax into your own inner knowing, your inner authority, your sovereignty, what you've learned, how far you've come, what you've already built, created, what you've understood. Now, this could be in the 3D material plane. This could be, through work, career, products, services, but it could also be some level of accomplishment in your life. So that's the past, but that's part of what's molding this reading. And then we move into the King of Wands the next week to 2 weeks. So again, King of Wands is an activating energy, focused intent in action, the strength, the fortitude, taking the lower harmonic of emotions, right? The heartache, the heartbreak, what you've become aware of, and channeling it. Okay? And there you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. I think you can see where this is going with the archetypal energies of the King of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Swords. This is the mixture for you. This is the quality of energy that is coming in. So you might have been working very much from the swords energy of the Queen of Swords. There might have been strict boundaries and barriers set up energetically, mentally, emotionally, consciously. You might have set these boundaries up due to past, betrayals. There was a barrier there, but you're busting through. Whether it's a self-made barrier or a barrier due to some circumstance. And this is very telling. You've got the Strength. Then this is in the environment or the others. And again, we've got the Strength card. Leo energy. So whatever you have created, whatever you have built, it is on a firm foundation. Whether this is an inner foundation or we're looking at your career or job, there is a level of stability. You do have a level of stability. And I love this. Wow, look at all this major arcana. So when you have this many, this is sometimes why I like doing Celtic Cross, and I think I might be doing it more for the monthlies and then just expanding it in different ways and shaping it. Just because we have so much change that's coming up, actually in the next 8 to 10 years, but the next 2 years, 2.5 years are very pivotal. So hopes, dreams, wishes, fears, what you want, the Hierophant, you want to move out, you want to share what you know, what you've learned. This is also about connecting to the higher self. So I do feel with this group, a lot of you could be moving into some kind of sayer, this is what I see, a teacher, a guide, using some skill set that you have to, whether it's move up the ladder in life, your life circumstances, a career. Again, this has to do with something public. This is more of your public life, your path to destiny in a public way, moving out, moving forward. And the Hierophant definitely has to do a lot with it's Taurus energy, right? Anchoring something that you know. And then overall, the next 4 to 6 weeks or so, this whole month is the Empress. By the way, numerically, on the numerology cycle that we're in for for February is a 3, which corresponds to the Empress. So you want a path that's teaching and sharing and helping in an artistic, creative way. You want to birth new visions, you're on your road to do that, Soulite. You're doing it. And I do feel that whatever has held you back or the past that you've had in your life, your past history, your ancestral history, you're churning that up, you're breaking that up, you're churning it up. It's like the firewood to make the fire brighter, right? It's the fuel. It's the stock in the stew. And I think now you're realizing that this is why I did all this and went through this. This is why it was not for naught. There's a reason, and I'm using that. I'm using what I went through. I'm using that pain. I'm using what I know, whether anybody likes it or not. So I think with this group, there's a determination coming in. Again, focused intent. I really feel strongly to some degree that's coming in. And if you've wanted a life more creative, lighter, a life where you're seen more, or there's some kind of project or working with others or publishing, that 9th house, being seen more as an expert or a teacher or a guide through the, social media, internet, online sources. These are areas that Spirit is saying to go in, to shine your light. You came here to do this. You came here to shine your light. You came here to work creatively. You came here, some of you also, to work with a certain level of abundance. This is also about living more abundantly. So I think by what I'm seeing here, the message that I'm getting from Spirit, I think, therefore I can do. I envision. You're looking ahead. This is where you are right now. You're looking ahead. I feel like you're no longer looking back, maybe a little bit, because this is what's crowning you. This is at the top. But I think that what's happening in February is that something breaks or opens up within the foundation of you. Maybe the psychological aspect, could be subconscious, where you have the focus, the impetus to do something, to move ahead, to move on, to move forward, to some degree to speak up, to speak your truth. This is what I need, this is what I want. And this could be, I'm telling you, this is definitely with a lot of entrepreneurial energy, I feel. Experts, healers, people that are out there, your dharma, but it can be within family needs, and it can be also within an organization, or if you work for someone else or a company. You're not going to be pushed around. Now, you're doing it quietly. There's care for some of you, love. There's respect. But I do feel you speaking up, and I'm getting this image of somebody working with someone, and you're constantly pitching in for someone, and maybe your supervisor or boss says, well, this isn't done yet, or why, at you, like just in general. And I see you, instead of where you normally would be quiet, I can see you psychically saying, well, no, I've actually been doing this, you know. And then well, that's not your role. Yeah, I know it hasn't been getting done, but I have been doing it, and I don't mind doing it, but I just want you to know I have been doing it. I have been pitching in. And it's like, boom. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. So you're no longer so like taking the blame for something. Some of you would just be quiet, or you take the blame. So I don't know if this is like a lot of scapegoat energy, and now you're moving into the illumination mode, that your scapegoat is just your uniqueness, that you're like, you know, I'll keep the peace, or just soft and gentle. It doesn't really matter. But now does matter, because that's created a certain barrier that your soul wants you to get through. You know, the soul is saying, look, you can't do that anymore. You've got to speak your truth. So you're going to find a way. Each of you it'll be different, right? Okay, wow. Boy, oh boy, I stand corrected. The cards keep doing that. There's one card that I go for, there's a card I see, and I continue shuffling, and it comes out anyway. So, sacred reverence. Again, Amazonite has a lot to do with heart chakra energy, heart healing from, just life in general. Heart chakra, sacred reverence, beautiful uncaging. That's the breaking through the barrier, soul light. So whether you were in a cage, someone put you in a cage of circumstances, you're breaking free. This group, there could be an awareness that, I want to do more. I want to get out more. I want to travel more, or I'm going to do more conferences, or I'm going to do more groups, or I'm going to do work. I do see somebody doing something also within the neighborhood or general area. There could be an area that you've been hanging out at a lot or something, and you could be offering your services. So there is, I don't know whether it's a spiritual center, a group, whatever, wellness, it could be anything. It could be digital, it could be a tech company. But I do see you reaching out more. And so this is the process. You're breaking through the barrier, and this barrier has encaged your heart. It's encaged your ability to share more of yourself more fully, to create more fully, to manifest more fully, to live more fulfilled. This is the start of that this month, this beautiful uncaging, where you feel freer. You feel freer to act. You feel freer to speak up, to share, to whatever it is that you're doing, to do you. You're breaking through a barrier. And some of you, this is like a barrier financially, like a glass ceiling of what you think you could do. And this sacred resonance, or reverence, this reverence for life. I think it's a sacredness for your life, your path, your dharma, what you've come here to do. So some of you, this is also bringing in a spiritual shift, some kind of, I don't feel just a soul awakening, I feel a spiritual awakening to the immortal aspect of you, your spiritual essence. There's a pride, a prowessness, that if also adaptability that's coming in. But you're going off, journey. This is a different part of your journey on a higher vibrational level, a higher octave, a more expansive, fulfilling octave. Okay, let me connect in a little bit more. February soul light. I gotta say, with this group, part of what I'm getting also is it's almost like tending a garden. I feel like there's something shifting in you where you're more, is it intentional? The reverence for you is with yourself, but your friends, your family, the work that you do. You're going to see it more as valid, more as important, more as, I get like with some of you, like you might, again, just kind of over accommodating, like, well, it's something small, or I'm not really doing anything, or I'm not doing that much, or I don't have that many followers or subscribers, or I don't work, I don't really do this, or I just take care of the kids, or I'm in school, I don't really do this, or just getting out of school. I think this downplaying, that's stopping. Where it's like, you're like, oh, let's say a group wants to go somewhere, or family. And you're like, well, I want to finish this up. Maybe you're painting, or you're doing something in your studio, or maybe you're making videos, whatever you're doing. Whereas before you go, okay, I'll be right there, and you just stop. You'd be like, okay, I need another 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or we can go in a half hour. So there's this importance. I think you're becoming more important to yourself, and whatever you're doing in your life is becoming more important. So there's less of this over accommodating. I don't want to say doormat, because I don't feel that. I just feel like you've been over accommodating, and probably because to some degree of that you've been higher vibrational, that it wasn't, whatever, it's not that important, it's really important to them, let them have it, let them do it. But Spirit is saying, no, that's enough. No, you already know how to do that. No more of that, soul light. So I'm hoping this makes sense. And this quiet, calm strength makes you think that you have this resilience. You've gotten through a lot in your life. It's not necessarily been an easy life. You've had some great parts of it, great times, but it's not necessarily been, easy. Some of you, there's even been quite a bit of tragedy. So, okay, that one wants to come out. What is that? Short term. This position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries. You will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. Well, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing now. So even if it's been, a year this way, 2 years, 5 years, 20 years, some of you may be saying, oh God, the last 30, 40 years, this is what's been going on in my life, been stuck. I haven't been done as much as I want. Well, I hate to say it, soul light, because I've been there myself. On the soul level, that one wanted to come out again. On the soul level, there is no time, right? There's no time in spiritually. So that's the time is our construct on the earth plane. So this just to me confirms that whatever you're been going through is ending. And you've got this courage now to step forward, right? The tiger. And tigers are very moving, facile. They pounce, they wait, they look, but, and again, that orange with the vitality. So I also feel that this group, you're going to have a lot of success. You are going to meet the match. I'm going to take 2 more of these, and then we'll start winding, do a little astro dice, and then I complete the reading on Patreon. If that's something, if you're part of the Patreon community, this will be up. So great match. You're on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. So don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. So there's something about sharing what you know more, sharing your resources, sharing your insight. I don't know what it is, but it's different. I know what it is because I can see it psychically. I'm getting the transmission from all of you, but it's different. So don't get too caught up in the specifics of what I'm saying. This message is, and you've got the world here, right? You get a match to the work, to the people to work with that you love, that you like, that you enjoy going to work. You love working with the people, the clients, the customers, the partners, the creative partners, the collaborative partners. That's the message for you. You like your life more. Oh, I love where I work. I love where I go. Or I love my neighbor or my neighbor. I love talking to these people online. I love this community. I just feel so, whatever it is. You're creating that. And a lot of it has to do with your energy, the energetic shift that you have done to actually be more yourself, to be more genuine, to authentic, Those are soul words. I can't help it if everybody, somebody made a comment about me saying authentic and genuine. Well, that's the mainstream world catches on something. I've been talking about the Great Awakening since 2005, and now people are just starting to talk about the last couple of years. So I've been talking about authentic for about since 2009, and it's actually authentic but genuine, even more, or more than gratitude, it's connecting in with appreciation. So I know some of these words get overused, it's like a rerun, but the thing is, that's what happens when they get in the mainstream world, the mainstream consciousness, and they have to get overused and overrun to pierce the barrier of the mainstream world, the thickness, the wounding. It has to. So yes, you might be hearing it a lot, but it is very still relevant, because we need to seek more and more what is authentic to us, what is genuine, which doesn't just mean, oh, I'm not wearing makeup right now, or no filters, or I let my hair go gray, or I'm being me, I'm wearing a shirt that says, I'm a soul or something, or I'm a pride, I'm this, I'm being me. No, it's understanding your soul and the idiosyncrasies, the little quirks, the likes, the dislikes, and it's living more whole. It's living more aspects of you, accepting more aspects of you, and finding ways to healthily, express them. So this group for you, you're doing something of that. You're expressing yourself more truly, more opening. You're less censoring yourself through your thoughts, through your actions. You're less censoring. If you make a mistake, it's like, oh shoot, okay. Wow, let me learn, let me move on. Okay. You do something great. Wow, that was great. That was cool. I like that. That was, oh, I'm gifted in that area. It's really being more raw, more real, more transparent, not just with other people, but life. Honoring when you're down, depressed. Okay, I know I'll get through it, but whoa, today's really sucky. Okay, got through it. Today's great. I did, So it's like letting yourself be this finely tuned instrument, like a guitar or something, right? It's the strings aren't too tight and they're not too loose. So there's definitely something about you about getting this month clarity, of shining your light about where and how you want to share, what kind of people you want to be around, what kind of circumstances, and you're seeing it because you're being guided. And for some of you, this is about you going more global, a global reach. Reaching more people through love, through heart connecting, through your warmth, through your talent, through your ability, through that you just want to. Who cares why? You just want to be more international, or travel more internationally, or do something internationally, or be more global, or connect with a global audience, or attract, or learn from others, from other cultures or nations, or whatever that is, whether it's, people who live in the city, more rural people, indigenous, whatever is a little bit different to you, you're extending into that. And then the other card you have is success. The path you're on will bring you success and prosperity if you just keep going. Lots of little steps take you along the way. You are on track. You're on track, so I'm going to put that under the Emperor. And I just think this is so important. So that dream, that goal, whether it is art, music, or talking, sharing, writing, singing, teaching, it's definitely something that's meant to reach a long distance over space and time. It's definitely something that, let's put this here, a great match. And look at that Emperor. The Emperor is looking for the right people, the right place, the right support. That's coming this month, Soleil. It starts this month. This starts this month for you. Can you see the layout? Could be a lot of planning. Oh, we had one more. Okay, and your key opportunities. You're creating opportunities. This is missed opportunities coming back. Career opportunities are opening up for you, offering the chance for significant advancement and growth under the King of Wands. So all you have to do, Soleil, is act upon those ideas. Get creative. Try things. And creativity is a mindset. It's like, I'm just going to try this out. I'm going to just play with this. I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to share this. I'm going to say this. The more you tap into that, that is the King of Wands at heart. Even though the King of Wands is very successful, in packaging and marketing and putting things out there, especially with the Queen of Swords energy. But it's still trying something out. Well, we'll see how it goes. I like this. Let's see where it goes. pivot if it doesn't work, or I really want to do this, I'm kind of stuck on this, so I'm going to play around, I'm going to continue and do it more and more. So you're looking for new avenues and opportunities. In February, they happen. There are the opportunities for the success, the prosperity. You finally see the road ahead, Soul Light, and it is because you're willing to be more real with yourself and others, authentic, whatever that means to you. Not that you weren't real, but you're looking at where you are now. What's possible now? Where does Neptune and Saturn and Aries says, what's possible now? Not last year or 10 years ago or the dream you had 20 years ago that isn't going to happen. You know, maybe let's say 20 years ago, I'm just going to say a silly example. You had a dream, 30 years ago to have the biggest typewriter company. And now you're like, well, people aren't buying typewriters anymore. It's like, okay, there's a different dream. You have to be open to that different dream. And somehow it has to do with shining your light more, being more authentic, more real, more you, sharing your gifts, speaking up, making those moves, following through on ideas, letting the past, the hurt, what's held you back, letting go of that. That's no longer in the narrative, like, oh, this is going to happen again. In this group, this month, you're starting a new journey, a new cycle. Number 3. Yeah, look at that. Capricorn. Work. It's all about the work. Jupiter and Capricorn, a lot of work. Don't put it off. In the 7th house. So this, whether working with clients, customers, relationships, you're looking for that match, but you're going to find it by putting yourself out there, your stuff, whatever your stuff is, your stuff, your things, what you do, what you make, what you create, what you think, what you saw, what you did. It's whatever it is, you've got to extend out into the world, and you'll catch it. Extend out into the world. Solar plexus energy, it's creative energy. Okay, it's letting your inner child play. Now this group, a lot of big changes coming up, not just in February, but the next 2.5 years. You've got Emperor, Aries, Sun, Leo, Empress. Oh, you've got the Emperor and Empress, divine match, the right match. Taurus, Libra here, Taurus energy with the Hierophant, Leo with strength, Mars energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcana out of 11 cards. So that says that you're in a huge cycle change. This is not little changes. You might be doing little steps, but this is big changes are on the horizon or are happening now. They're happening etherically, and you're going to start experiencing them in the world, in your life. Okay, beautiful soul light, your soul insights mantra. I'm guided by my light, and I am here to share and shine my light by what I do, what I express, and what I create and put out into the world. Lots of love and light.